Today we will take a look at the Fortune 500 companies, the list compiled by the Fortune magazine once a year. With the help of XBRL Analyst, we will be able to see how the data reported by the Fortune magazine compare to the raw data on the financial statements of the companies. You can go on our website findynamics.com, and on the page examples you will find the Excel file that we'll use today to do the analysis. The Excel file provided on our website contains all 500 companies reported by the Fortune magazine, and the columns are split in three main groups. On the left side you find the data from the Fortune magazine. In the blue range you find the revenue data from the financial statements of each company, and in the green area you'll find the profits data from the financial statements of each company. If you point at any cell in one of the two colored areas, you can see that the cell has a little comment describing the source of the data, and the actual value is brought in Excel by our new function XBRL Fact that is added with XBRL Analyst into Excel. Let's review each column in these two sections. The first column, Revenue Original Report, shows data from the first report containing that specific data point. So let's click a data point and click View Statements. This actually opens a new window with the list of all companies where the company corresponding to the selected cell is already selected, with the report selected, with the financial statement and the data point all pre-selected based on the actual cell in Excel where you had the selection. And you can see the value is highlighted. It corresponds to the total revenues. You can click the checkbox at the bottom to show XBRL tag and the source, or the so-called taxonomy, where the tag is defined. In this case it's US GAAP taxonomy. Below you see some tags that are defined in extended taxonomy created by the company. So let's go back to the columns. Second column calculates the difference between the revenues as reported by the Fortune magazine and the revenues reported on the financial statement of the company. Next column shows the same revenues, however it comes from the most recent report of the company. In this case it's probably the same report, but if we take this value and click View Statements, we can see that the company has already reported annual data for the year 2013, and report came out on February 20th, just a few days ago. In this report, the total revenues and other income is provided not only for the most recent year, but also for the year before. Therefore, the data that we were looking at is coming from that most recent report. However, the same data point exists obviously on the annual report 1 year before. So if we click that report that came out on February 21st, 2013, we'll see that there is the same data, however the value is slightly different. So basically what the second column allows to verify is if the company has made any corrections to the original value. And whenever there is some difference, you can see the cell in the last column called Adjustment by Company is highlighted. So this way you can quickly see where the companies made some adjustments to the originally reported value. So let's look at something more significant, like 8% of the original reported value. And if we go again to View Statements, we have the same company highlighted, American International Group. The report came out on February 19th this year, and it contains the value total revenues. If we scroll to the right, we see the column corresponding to the year 2012, and we see that the value is 71 billion as opposed to the value that was originally reported 1 year ago. If we click that report and we select Consolidated Statement of Operations. There is the row Total Revenues, which shows 65 billion. So this way, looking at the spreadsheet, you can quickly identify companies that have some discrepancy in the original reported data as compared to the most recent values. And you can also see companies which have differences between the values reported by the Fortune magazine and the values in the financial statements. Same applies to the second group of items. There are 18 insurance companies that do not provide XBRL reports, therefore we don't have any data for them. You can use this spreadsheet to obtain a lot more information about each company. So for example, if you select the value and go to View Statements again, you can double click any line item on the financial statement, and this will open in a separate window with the list of all the values for that specific account reported in that report. And if you use corporate version of XBRL Analyst, you will have Dimensions view that actually allows you to drill down into the segment information of the revenues, for example. In conclusion, if you need to bring any new value in the financial spreadsheet that you see in Excel, you can start with the View Statements. You can select another cell in Excel, select the value that you want to bring in Excel, and click either Paste, and it's going to insert the value in Excel as a number, or rather click Build Formula, and it's going to actually pre-build for you the full XBRL fact formula with the company ticker, with the XBRL tag, the year, and the fiscal period. You may notice that at the end we have a column with the fiscal period. This actually tells to the function to use that specific report. Why it is important? Because the same data point exists on the most recent report, and if you want to indicate to XBRL fact that it should bring the value from that report, you need to use the column. With this we conclude our small overview of the XBRL Analyst. Feel free to go to our website and download the trial version that is available for 15 days. Thank you for your attention.